But I stepped on the scale and I gained weight because I'm extremely swollen.
Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I have a mustache. Awesome. We're going to be talking about our co-host on the channel, Amberlynn Reed. She just uploaded a new video that I think is fantastic as far as the things that she says in it, and there's just a lot to go over. And so the video that we're going to be talking about is this one right here, which is titled "I Feel So Defeated," and it is weigh-in episode number 5. So Amberlynn is every week basically posting a weigh-in video, and that's what this one is. So without further ado, let's kind of just go into this video. I'm going to try and keep the intro brief. So let's go into it.
It's my weigh-in. I am getting around to filming this pretty late at night. I already did my live stream and everything, and usually by my Tuesday live stream, I've already had this filmed, edited, and scheduled to go up for the next day. But I'm not feeling the greatest, and I'm going to tell you the reason why in this video, so let's just get straight to it. First, we're going to start off with the 5 questions that I do every weigh-in video, and where I get those is Instagram. So once a week I go on there and I say, ask me any weight, health, food related questions. What makes you say that the eating scenes in 600 Pound Life are exaggerated and not real? So I said that in a past weigh-in video because it's true. I've actually been contacted by multiple people who have been in 600 Pound Life, and I myself have contacted a couple people myself. And I'm also actually pretty good friends with 2 people who have been on shows like that. And they do exaggerate those scenes, especially in 600 Pound Life.
Bro, they exaggerate everything in that show. Like, whenever I've watched it, it's just always like, I love that they film these people from the worst possible angle. They're like, I'm going to film you from the gooch. Like, whatever. Like, who films from that angle, right? And so it's all exaggerated. I mean, I don't disagree here.
And I only know that because people who have been on 600 Pound Life have told me that personally. Plus, I am also someone who is over 500 pounds. I was almost 600 pounds at one point. Why do you think
almost? Hell yeah.
People freak out about the size of a 20-piece nugget, but will order a 10-piece with a large fry and act like that is any better? Good point.
Dude, this is so funny, man. I think I saw one of the top comments on this. I don't know if it's still here. I was reading a couple of the comments, but someone was like, yeah, right here. Let me see. Asking yourself a question about 20-piece nuggets just so you can downflow eating it is effing crazy, bro. It's just like so unnecessary. It's just, I don't know. It's so Amberlynn Reed, dude.
Good point. I think just like hearing a 20-piece nugget, it's like, whoa, that's crazy. But when
because it is, bro. Like, no one that is on a health journey is eating a 20-piece chicken nugget. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, that's just not a good option. Like, there are plenty of other things that you can do. And so someone being critical of that, I think, is fine. And just like comparing that to a 10-piece chicken nugget and fries, when in reality you could, maybe not have chicken nuggets, or just do a 10-piece chicken nugget and not have fries and do something else on the side. I don't know. It's just it's a very funny like comparison here for sure.
you do the calories for a 20-piece nugget versus like a regular meal that you can get at McDonald's, which is a 10-piece nugget with a large fry, it's about the same calories. There's a little bit more calories in the nugget and fry, but the protein and the carbs are better if you just get the 20-piece nugget. I'm not saying either of these options are good for you, but the same people judging someone for ordering a 20-piece nugget will also go to McDonald's and get the nuggets and fries.
Okay, well, I'm allowed to judge because I don't go to McDonald's. I haven't been to McDonald's in a long time. But I think, like, if you are saying, I am doing weekly weigh-ins and I am trying to lose weight, and that is a big focus for me, and that's something that I want to do, and you show yourself eating a 20-piece nugget, come on, brother. You cannot be surprised when people are like, hey, maybe don't do that. Like, I don't know. Like, what are you expecting at this point? Like, obviously people are going to have something to say.
I think people like to play mind tricks because, like, when you see like sodium, for an example, on nutrition labels. You don't really think about your own sodium consumption. I see so many people telling me, oh my God, Amberlynn, like that's so much sodium in that ramen that you're eating, blah, blah, blah. But the same people will make rice-a-roni for them and their family, not realizing that that also has a lot of sodium. Or even just like a can of corn, they add sodium to these things. Everything has sodium. Americans just eat a lot of sodium without even realizing it. Have you thought about?
So that has nothing to do with, and that just has nothing to do with what we were talking about. And so it's just a little bizarre. Yes, there's a lot of sodium in a lot of foods. And if you don't have, other heart conditions and stuff like that, it's not something you have to be super worried about. But again, Amberlynn talks all the time about how she's bloated and she's, retaining a lot of water and eating 20-piece chicken nugget. Hello? Where's the water? Like, whatever.
Asking ChatGPT how many calories you should eat to lose weight. So I never thought about it. So I decided to do it. And when I did do it, it prompted me. It was like, can you tell me a bit about yourself? Can you tell me like age, weight, height, any medical things that could be wrong with you? And I like that aspect because like when you try to do these like metabolic rate things online, it literally just asks for your height, your gender, and your weight. And it's like, no, there's more to it. So I thought that was cool that ChatGPT actually asked for that. So here's the screenshot. And as you can see, ChatGPT thinks that I should eat
So it says, estimated calorie target to lose weight safely and gently around 1 to 2 pounds a week. At first, you'll want to aim for around 22 to 2,400 calories per day. This range takes your current weight and metabolism into account, provides enough food to nourish your body and avoid further damage from undereating, leaves room to adjust downward later if your body adapts to your plateau. Lipedema and lymphedema can make weight loss look slower on the scale due to fluid retention, but fat loss can still happen. And then she's talking about other things. So, obviously, we're going to now use GPT as a reason why, she does the things that she does, right?
Anywhere between 2,200 and 2,400, which is something I've always said. And it literally shows the reason why I should be eating at this lower limit, such as weight loss is slower for me due to the lipedema and the lymphedema and how that fluid retention shows up on the scale a lot, which I've also said to you guys. Pretty much everything that ChatGPT says in the screenshot is exactly what I've said. Like how
Oh, all right. Well, there you guys go. ChatGPT, let us know. We're all wrong. There you go.
my metabolism is a lot slower due to hysterectomy. It's also slower due to me having no estrogen in my body, slower because I went through menopause, and it's slower because of the years of yo-yo dieting. If you continue to make your calories super low, lower than they need to be, that'll continue to mess with your metabolic rate. And then I got curious because there's lovely rumors always floating around that I should be eating 10,000 calories a day to maintain my weight. That is wild and so off base and untrue. I know that already, as a person that's not true, but I was like, you know what? ChatGPT has never been wrong for me. So I'm curious. I was like, ChatGPT, how many calories do I need for myself to maintain the weight that I'm at? ChatGPT confirms the misconceptions are not real. I need between 3,200 to 3,400, which is actually really easy for me. Eating that is very easy for someone my size. And it's actually pretty easy to do without even realizing it. And for some reason, people just don't want to believe that. I don't understand why, but I'm living proof because I am my person.
It's just, the things with Amberlynn and what I think frustrates people is just the smugness, right? Is see, I'm right. Meanwhile, Amberlynn, you've been on YouTube for years and years and years at this point saying you want to lose weight and you are gaining weight. That's what's happening, right? And so it's this see, you guys are wrong and I'm right. If you were genuinely right, why are you in the position that you're in? If you were not eating more than that many calories, why are you gaining weight? It doesn't make any sense to be smug about this when you are, I can see if you've lost 100 pounds and you're see, you guys are crazy. I knew that I could do it, but it's that's not what's happening here. This is someone that has struggled to lose weight for extended periods of time, right? That's where people have an issue, Amberlynn. And I don't understand how you don't see that. I don't get it. Trying to, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I am in my body, I am me, and I'm just sharing that based on my experiences. How often do you grocery shop? So I'll either go every week or bi-weekly. So sometimes I'll skip a week, but definitely only once a week. Is your new friend a caretaker because you are so big? Y'all, the goalpost has absolutely moved. Like, it's ridiculous. So at first I would talk about my friend in my videos and people would be like, oh my God, she's imaginary, or oh my God, like Amberlynn's making up this friend. And now that you guys have heard her voice in my videos, the goalpost has moved and now it's a caretaker. Like, stop with the fat phobia. I understand that I'm really large, but I live by myself. No one comes in my apartment. Like, not even my mom. Every time we hang out, we're always hanging out like outside of my apartment, going and doing things and spending time out. I don't need a caretaker. I don't need anyone to help me with anything. Yes, I don't drive. I'm fully aware.
Why? You know, like that would make you so much less dependent on other people. I don't understand why you don't drive. It really doesn't make any sense to me. That means you are dependent on someone else, right? And so I understand you want to be independent, but you've even shared that you had a very serious situation with one of your exes where they had to basically do the Heimlich maneuver to save your life, right? Like, there have been plenty of times when something happened and then you did need someone to take care of you. And again, it's like this smugness. I just don't understand it, because you have time and time again shown and even talked about times when you basically needed a caretaker and you couldn't do things on your own and you couldn't get out of your bed, right? What if that happens again, right? That is a very real reality, right?
But when it comes to the things that people are assuming due to the fat shaming, I don't need anyone. I take care of everything myself. I do not have a caretaker, and I have never had a caretaker, and I will never have a caretaker.
You just don't know that, right? Like, anyone can have a caretaker. It's certainly possible that you could have a caretaker. I think that saying that it's like never going to happen is just not realistic, you know?
My friend is my friend because it is someone that I met in person and I realized I clicked with. I enjoy being around her, and vice versa. We laugh, we have fun, we share the same hobbies, like literally just a friend. And this is like also another reason why my friends or anyone in my life will never be on camera again. Yes, you'll see my mom here and there, but that is it. Because
I mean, honestly, I don't have a problem with that. I think that's fine. I think Amberlynn needs to have less people, share less stuff on the internet. That's what I've always said. So I personally don't have a problem with that. And I think it's absolutely insane when people see Amberlynn's content and then they're okay with wanting to be in the videos. Like, I don't know why you would want that at all.
You've heard is a voice, and already the rumors are starting. All right, so let's get into the goals that I had for last week, and did I succeed in those? So last week my goal was to follow a meal plan for 5 days out of 7, and I did not do that. I wanted to have like a huge veggie plate every single day for lunch, and I did not succeed in all 5 days.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
So my goals for the next week are literally just to win over this like defeat that I feel inside of me. Right now, I literally just feel that defeat feeling. I am having emotions that I feel right before I give up. I want to beat the feeling more times than I don't. And then I also want to start drinking 3 water bottles a day instead of just 2. All right, so now let's talk about how
that's good. Shout out to water.
My week went. So I was doing pretty decent. I was staying below the 3,400 calories that Noom wants me to eat. I was definitely eating in moderation. So I was allowing myself to have like the unhealthy things, but also inviting a bunch of like fruits and vegetables and healthier foods into my diet. There was one day where I overate and I chose like the most horrific foods that day. Because like I said, we are not perfect over here. Like if I woke up one day and I came on here and I was like, you guys, I've been perfect for a full year, it'd be bullshit because it's not possible. So this is where things get hecticana. A few days ago, I mean, I'm telling you, it was storming really bad. It was flooding. There was flood warnings. It was really, really bad. And I was out with my mom and I didn't realize when I got home that the flood was going to be near me. So to get into my apartment, which was literally the only way to get into my apartment, I had to step and walk in water that literally like went up to the middle of my calf. I was pissed about it, obviously. Like I have lymphedema and lipedema and my skin and my body is just really sensitive to things. So I was soaking wet. My pants were soaking wet. My legs were soaking wet. My shoes were soaking wet. Came home, I showered. I sadly woke up the next day with cellulitis. So there's two versions of cellulitis.
So you went outside and you stepped in a puddle, and then now you are dealing with a very serious health condition because of that. That is very interesting.
There is version 1 where I get all of like the physical leg symptoms. Red, painful, like you can tell there's like a massive infection. But then I also get the shivers and I get 103 temperature. I am puking profusely. TMI, I have diarrhea. I can't eat for days on end. And I lose a bunch of weight doing that. Or there's
I'm sorry. It's just very funny to end that with. And I lose a bunch of weight doing that.
I still get the leg is red. The leg is painful. You can tell that there is an infection. And I really just feel general malaise. Like I don't have any of those other puking, fever symptoms.
So I wanted to read this little like blog post about cellulitis from laparoscopyhospital.com, and it looks like people are asking questions, right? So it says, I have a problem with cellulitis. What other treatment options available for my cellulitis? And it says, cellulitis is a bacterial skin infection that typically responds well to treatment. Common treatment options may include antibiotics. Cellulitis is caused by a bacteria. Most commonly, I'm not going to even try and say those. Antibiotics are usually prescribed to eliminate the infection. It's crucial to take the full course of antibiotics as prescribed, even if symptoms improve before completion. Pain management, over-the-counter pain relievers such as that and ibuprofen may help manage pain and reduce inflammation. Elevating the affected area. Elevating the affected limb can reduce swelling and improve blood circulation. This is especially important in cellulitis of the legs or feet. Rest and immobilization. I'm not going to read all this, right? So warm compress, hydration, follow-up care. In severe cases, if complications arise, hospitalization may be necessary, right? And then this one was interesting too. Are there any lifestyle changes or home care measures that can help manage cellulitis symptoms? Cellulitis is a bacterial skin infection that usually responds well to medical treatment such as antibiotics prescribed by a healthcare professional. While lifestyle changes and home care measures cannot replace medical treatment, they can complement it and help manage symptoms. Here are some suggestions. Take prescribed antibiotics, right? Elevate the affected area, warm compress, keep the area clean and dry, avoid scratching, stay hydrated, rest, wear loose breathable clothing. And then this one was interesting, right? I'm suffering with cellulitis. Should I take lifestyle changes, right? Lifestyle changes may not prevent cellulitis, but they can help reduce the risk of infections in general. Here are some general tips. Keep your skin clean and moisturized. Regularly wash with a mild soap and water and use a moisturizer to prevent dryness and cracking. So not going to be good news for Amberlynn because she is always, telling people I'm very clean. I shower all the time. And here we are, right? We're dealing with cellulitis. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that maybe aren't really believing the whole story about the whole cellulitis thing because it kind of goes against her saying that she's very clean and she showers all the time and all that stuff, right? Maintain good hygiene. Keep cuts, scrapes, and wounds clean and covered until they heal. Protect your skin. Use sunscreen to protect your skin from sun damage and wear appropriate clothing and footwear. Prevent cuts and scrapes. Manage underlying conditions. If you have conditions like diabetes or eczema, work well with your healthcare provider to manage them effectively. Maintain a healthy lifestyle. Eat a balanced diet. Stay hydrated. Get regular exercise and manage stress. All can help support your overall health and immune system. And then quit smoking if you smoke. So I just wanted to read that just in case you were curious. You didn't really know much about cellulitis.
Where I'm at here. In both of these areas, A and B, I swell a lot, obviously. It's a really bad infection. So I got cellulitis from walking in the dirty water from the flood, which is really freaking unfortunate. And a part of me knew that was gonna happen. That's why I immediately came home and showered. But when you have lipedema and lymphedema, your lymphatic system does not flow the same. So that already makes it to where it's harder to fight infections. No matter how much you bathe, no matter how much you clean yourself. So when you have lipedema and lymphedema, it also causes poor circulation to your legs, which also is another thing that prevents fighting off infections. But I stepped on the scale and I gained weight because I'm extremely swollen. The infection has my leg super fucking swollen and it's uncomfortable and it just sucks. Because when you...
So I'm not saying that I don't believe her, but it's interesting. I don't know, maybe I'm maybe this is like asking too much, but like it's just interesting, right? She's someone that is, her whole thing is like she likes to prove people wrong. She likes to show, prove the haters wrong. That's something that she does a lot, right? But to not like show it, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. Maybe again, you do your thing, but it's interesting, right? That you wouldn't just decide to do that. And then it's also to not mention like the food that we were eating the week before, because I actually just did a live stream right before I recorded this video where we went over the video that came out right before this video. And in that video, there's a lot of quote unquote unhealthy food. Maybe it's not the 20-piece chicken nuggets, but it's stuff that's not the healthiest, right? And so to not even mention that, I don't know. It's very interesting, right?
You see my weigh-in when I show you the screenshot from Noom, you'll see that I was losing weight. And then when I got cellulitis, it's like all of that didn't even matter. I immediately gained in fluid retention from the swelling. Like, it sucks. I feel defeated because it's like, I know it's not my fault. And after I heal, I genuinely I want to switch things up a bit, and I want to start feeling like motivated and inspired in a different way, because I feel like I've just been in this weird lull. I don't know. It could be just the fact that I'm literally fighting an infection. I'm currently on antibiotics. I feel like absolute shit. But let's just get into it. Last week I was 517. This week I am 521.6.
So we are up, right? And so this is 520. So she was going down, and then I wonder what this point is, right? Because I'm assuming this is the lowest, right? So what's this? Like, you know what I mean? We're going down and we go up and then up again, right? So is this the 517 and this is 521? So I don't know. Very, very interesting. I'm curious as to what made this initial spike. Is this all the cellulitis stuff that's going on, or what? You know what I mean?
And it's like, this is such a pointless weigh-in because it's not real weight. I don't really know what else to say about it. I just want to feel better. I'm just going to keep taking my antibiotics. I'm going to try to be successful in my goals and just continue pushing forward. Anyways, I'm going to go. I'll see you guys in my next video.
So there you guys go. That's the current update. We are, back in the 520s, I guess. I don't know. I'm curious what y'all think down in the comment section down below. Please let me know what you're thinking. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. I appreciate it very much, and I will see you next time. Peace.